is Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Hump day. How's everyone doing? I'm excited for Friday coming up this weekend. I got a lot of stuff planned. Kickstarter's ready to go. Just sort of waiting at this point because I promised on the 31st I would come out with it. So I don't want to do it early and then everyone may be upset. So we'll do it on time. How is that? How's that working? Waiting for people to join. So how's everyone's Wednesday so far? Aman, welcome back. Rowan's Impressions, welcome back as well. It's good to see both of you. Thank you for joining me tonight. And Eden, good evening to you as well. How are you? How is everyone's Wednesday going? Is it pretty good? Is everyone excited for Friday? Hopefully Friday comes quickly. I'm excited for this weekend for sure. Huda, welcome. It's good to see you. Rebecca, hi to you as well. How's everyone doing this Wednesday? We're doing some live tarot readings. If anybody wants a Chrisanne, welcome back. Good to see you. Kathleen, welcome as well. So Divine Empress, Nella, hey, how's it going? Divine Empress, what's coming in finances? We'll visit Dubai soon to start working with Mr. Mohit. Let's find out. Angela Boho, Aquarius and Aries, how will our first meet turn out? All right, we'll try out the, let's see, Charlene. Hello, welcome. I have not seen you before. Welcome to the channel. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and like as well. I have 700 videos to choose from, plenty for everyone to wander around and find something interesting, for sure. All right, Kimmy, welcome. Kimmy, good to see you. Let's see. So if you haven't heard of my Oracle, it is on watch right now for Kickstarter. We're going to have that coming out on the 31st. That's going to be really exciting. We have a lot of interesting cards for that. Got the cat, got another cat, got a dog, got a nice vacation, got another dog. You can't really have too many dogs in an Oracle deck. Can't have too many cats as well. A horse for good measure, maybe a landscape. So it's going to be interesting. That's coming out again on the 31st. It's going to be about $39 plus shipping. If you'd like it, also get a printed book as well. All right, hello from Boston. Hello. Ronnie, welcome back. You're back again indeed. Ishtar, it's good to see you. Emily, hey, how's it going? It's good to see you as well. Shamir, it's good to see you. And AR, that's good to see everyone. I'm glad everyone's here on Wednesday. Let's see. What career changes will I experience this year? Okay, let's do Emily. Wants to know what career changes will I experience this year and am I relocating? All right, let's try that one out. So let's see. Emily, email. I'm going to type an email. What career changes this year? Let's see. What career changes this year? Any relocation? All right. Let's see. Rowan's Impressions. Ishtar, it's good to see you. Cassandra, welcome. Etienne, welcome from Killeen. Is that Killeen, Texas? Nicole, welcome as well. And Rachel, welcome back. My Accurate Psychic Readings, welcome back. I replied to you, My Accurate Psychic Readings. So, yeah, put your stuff out on Kickstarter and see how it goes. All right, so today's deck that we're going to start out with is going to be the Light Seers Tarot. So we're going to shuffle up the Light Seers Tarot and see what kind of good things we can come up with for this particular deck. So Emily wants to know about career changes. So we'll tackle that and see what kind of career changes Emily has coming. All right, so let's make the Light Seer Tarot graphic go away. There we go. So I'm adding stuff all the time to the stream. Now we have the Light Seer Graphic Tarot, or the graphic, and all this other stuff. Interesting things. I got a stream deck, which allows you to press one button and make things appear on the screen. So it's kind of fun. I like it. It's interesting. A lot of different interesting things. I would like to start a class, an interactive class where people can call in and ask questions and all that stuff. Rowan's Impressions, thank you for the donation. Waiting for heading in the right direction with my deaf autistic son. All right, let's come to that after we finish this one. So let's find out, Emily, what career changes do you have coming? So we have a definite move as far as career. We have the Chariot. The Chariot is sort of racing out to the Three of Wands. And that Three of Wands, that sort of that Aries feel as well, moving towards an incentive, or you have opportunities, or you have some type of incentive coming just in time for sort of the time to where we all get an evaluation and reviews and whatnot. You do have some incentives coming. And we have two indications that you're going to be moving either positions or relocation was your original question. So as far as relocation, we have a lot of different sort of hints at relocating, right? The one is going to be the Chariot. The Chariot has that movement forward, that movement into the future, and sort of this movement that we're going into. Again, the Three of Wands is Aries. It's going to have something to where if you do relocate, you're going to have to pick up and prove yourself again, which is challenging a lot of times. So when I say prove yourself again, whenever you get some new position or some new type of thing going, you have new people around you, you sort of have to prove yourself again. Even if you were established with your old bosses, or even if you were established with your old people, when you get into a new situation, they don't know that. And of course, your old bosses say you're great, but everybody says everybody's great. So you got to prove yourself again. And that's sort of that running, that energy that you're going to have to sort of produce with the Knight of Swords to become that energy, to become a lot of communication, a lot of different things you're going to have to prove out. And again, the Three of Wands of opportunities and that movement. Again, the Aries feel in here points you to a need for that initiation or that initiative once you get there, okay? So the Queen of Wands means you pretty much can do it. If you do relocate, you can sort of fit in. You can sort of get everything running again. And it's going to be pretty easy for you because I think you're prepared for that and you're sort of mentally kind of in a good state for that. And the Queen of Wands sort of shows that. So we do have the relocation. Career changes as far as that would obviously be the relocation. We just have a ton of relocation hints, one of which starts with the Eight of Pentacles, obviously with that sort of that firm career, that very stable type feel coming as well. So that looks like really good. It looks like you do have some opportunities for all of that good stuff. And thank you for your question. I greatly appreciate it. So let's see. Sid Foley, welcome back. Brianna, welcome back. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, thank you so much for the Kickstarter. Thanks. Yeah. Starry Night, welcome back as well. Nicole, it's good to see you. Catherine Holm, welcome. My days have been blessed as well. And Charlene. All right, so Rowan's Impressions wants to know, let's see if they're headed right direction with the Deaf Autistic Son. So let's find out about that. So that is RI heading correct direction with Sun. All right, let's find out. We'll become an independent adult. For this, we'll use the Thoth. By the way, I have a Stream Deck. Let me find the Thoth graphic. There we go. So I just press a button and the graphic comes up. I love this thing. This thing is so cool. It's got all the buttons on it. So I put all the different deck graphics on it along with text, and then you press it and make stuff appear. It's kind of limited with Streamlabs OBS. So it's not good with slobs. It's better with standard OBS, but for my purposes, I think it'd be all right. So we're breaking out the Thoth, getting serious here with the reading about the sun. So we'll put down some cards there and see how that goes and make the graphic go away. There we go. All right, cool. Basically, yes and more yes. We have a lot of yeses here. So basically, yes. As far as independence, yes. That reevaluation of the of how things go, that sort of re-looking into current situations, the reward for work, right? The reward, that success we have from work, that good feeling that we have after we accomplish something, or we have that reward from doing hard work and things like that. And you definitely have that, as you can see, we have that Mars and the Capricorn feel, right? So we're moving in that direction. You've put in the effort that's required, and things are going well. It's very, very good. This is if you watch my complete Thoth course, you'll remember that this is the diamond that's being handed to you. It's being lifted up and handed to you. So it's reward for your work. And that's important here because, again, we're talking about the Capricorn, or that stability. And the Capricorn is sort of pointing to the maturity of, you know, just the development and that maturity. And the Mars, we're moving in that direction. We're really sort of getting things. The Hanged Man, it's going to give, he's going to have, your son's going to have some opportunities to, you know, develop sort of more of a social kind of skills, and to develop a lot of the skills required to be an independent adult. And I think he's going to have some guidance along the way. The Hanged Man sort of points to that, right? So the Hanged Man is really sort of hinting that he's going to have these opportunities. He's going to have help. He's going to get that perspective to where he can function a little better. And then we have the very strong home card. It's going to be difficult, even as an independent adult, for just to separate from the home life, or to separate from the life that he's sort of adjusted to. And a lot of different things are going to have to happen before that goes along, right? So it's very stable, very good home life. Again, we have the sun sort of shining across here, and I mean, Capricorn is back, right? We have the sun, but it's upside down. So it's going to be difficult for him to leave the house. It's going to be difficult for him to sort of be independent. He's going to have a push eventually to say, hey, I mean, you have all the skills, you have these things to where you can be independent. You know, at some point, you're going to have to make that decision. But it's going to be difficult to leave the house, and that's naturally, right? It is difficult to leave everybody and be independent and things like that, but that's part of being independent, is to take that step. So we do have a bit of a financial challenge at first. It's going to be difficult, but I think he's going to have the opportunities coming, and we do have two good cards. Again, we're talking about a bit of financial challenges as far as being independent. Everybody, once they're independent, always has financial challenges, so that's not going to be anything that's going to be big news per se. But again, it's going to be sort of a challenge. You're going to have to sort of rise to that challenge. You may have to assist somewhat in the independence once it starts. But I mean, yeah, we have great cards. We have fantastic cards. Got a little bit of a challenge at the end, but that's okay. It's always financially challenging to do anything once you begin the independence, or you begin that road of independence and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, looking really good. I think that was a great spread for the question. So again, that was the Thoth Tarot. All right, ATL, I've not seen you before. Welcome. AR, let's see. It's good to see you. Jade, welcome back. It's good to see you. Nicole, welcome back as well. Kimberly, Red, it's good to see you. Socialista, hello. Have not seen you in a couple of streams. It's good that you're back. Andrea Michelle, it's good to have you back as well. Huda and my diva, Sid. And Sid is back. Oh, let's see. Will I see the new skill I'm working on? Is it the right path for me? We just did work. Let's do something relationship-wise. What do you think? Is it time for a relationship reading? What about AR? Does the person I have in mind still love me and miss me? I have no idea. Let's find out, and let's ask the Rosetta well, no, I just did the Thoth Tarot. Let's ask the Wonderland Tarot. There we go. So AR wants to know, let's see, a person miss me and is coming back. So should you wait or should you go on? Should you wait or should you move on? That is always an interesting question. Sometimes you just feel like you should wait. You feel like, if you wait long enough, it'll be all right. Or you wait long enough, certain things will happen. And then there's that other thing to where you just feel like, I turn this right side. Mess this thing up. All right, we may have some upside down cards. That's all right. I really don't like upside down cards with this. The Thoth, I need upside down cards. This one, not so much. So we'll just turn them right side up and reorganize this later. I'm not sure what I did to mess this up, but sure. All right, so let's get a spread out here and find out what's going on. By the way, if you have not subscribed, please hit that like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. We have 700 videos, and we have our own Kickstarter, our own deck coming out, by the way. Link in the chat if you want to go check that out. That's coming out at the end of the month, but you can watch it and get notifications when it comes out, all sorts of good stuff. So the Magician, the Ten of Swords, we'll keep it upside down if it's upside down. High Priestess, not sure why the Eight of Pentacles is there, not sure why that's there. Let's throw another card down on, let's see, the High Priestess. High Priestess needs one more card, and of course it's another character card. So that just means that there's characters coming. So let's find out what's going on with all of that. Did I turn the deck graphic off? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. So we're looking at, first off, the magician. Does a person miss me, or am I coming? Does a person miss me, and are they coming back, or should I wait, or should I go? Just like the song has, right? Should I wait, or should I go now? So the magician tells you that you already have made that decision. In this particular case, the magician tells me that you already have made that decision. I think that's the first time I've said that on the channel, but that's really sort of in my face, obvious. You've already made the decision. You're the master of those tools. You're the master of figuring things out. You already know. I think you have a very strong intuition thing going with this particular person where you know what's going on. I think you know. Your intuition knows, and you're trying to maybe second guess it or whatnot, but I think you already know the answer to your question. So the Ten of Swords, sort of the end of it, right? As my old tarot teacher, my original tarot teacher told me, the Ten of Swords is overkill. Jade, thank you so much. Money for 3 months. Would you mind reading with a Thoth, please? I'd love to read with a Thoth. Sure, no problem. We'll get to that right after this. So the Ten of Swords is overkill, right? It's overkill. It's too much. It's too much. And you're sort of reaching that level. You're sort of reaching that level to where it's too much. And what I mean is, a lot of times in a relationship, you'll be sort of going along, sort of running, and everything's great, the honeymoon period. And then things sort of, go down a bit. Things sort of settle down. And then maybe you have to make a decision at that point. Do you want to stay? Is this worth it? It was a honeymoon period. Great. Do I see all sorts of signs that this person is going to be the one, that this person is going to be with me for the rest of my life? Is this all the signs? And again, overkill upside down or overkill delayed points me to that is sort of that point, or it's sort of reaching that point, especially if you're trying to ask, should I go or should I stay? But again, this is entertainment purposes only, by the way. Never take anything that a random dude on YouTube says for your decision-making process. All right. The High Priestess with the King of Swords. And again, we have this Humpty Dumpty. Really sort of is poignant in this particular thing. In other words, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall and sort of crashed and really is not recoverable at that point. But Humpty Dumpty upside down, we still have that mirror image or that doubt. Should I wait? Should I do something? Should I go back? Should I call this person? Should I say, sure, come back to me? Or should I move on with my life? But things have been shattered, but you're sort of self-doubting that. You're sort of second-guessing that with the mirror image or moving in that direction, right? So it's kind of difficult at times for you to sort of come to that reality, it seems. Eight of Pentacles upside down, no matter what work, no matter how much work was put into it, the stability of the 8, the 2, 2, 2, 2, the stability of that 8, which is rock solid, and the work that was involved, things like that. Again, it's sort of being not recoverable at this point. It's sort of, no matter how hard you work, is it worth it? Is it worth it to work more, or do you need to give up and move on? Again, the 8 of Pentacles upside down means that the work may not be worth the effort, basically. And the 2 of Wands, basically we're back to Aries, right? The 2 of Wands, the Mars, getting that Aries feel, getting that Mars feel, and taking action in a direction, in the direction that you want to go, right? In the direction that you want to go. That Aries feel combined with Mars really is pushing you into the direction that you need to go, and make that decision and figure it out. But again, I think you already know the answer again, especially if you're asking the magician. So anyway, so yeah, just get that Aries, that Mars, that Aries feel, that 2 of Wands, and just push yourself in whatever direction you want to go. But I think you already know sort of where it's headed at this point. Does that make sense? I hope that resonated. AR, it's so good that you joined. Tor, interesting. It's a T-O-R, Tor. Ray of Sunshine. I love that name. That is awesome. Job interview tomorrow. Tell me. Okay. Huda and my diva. Welcome. I appreciate it. If you haven't clicked subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. It would be fantastic to know. Okay, Jade wants to know money for 3 months. Let's see, with Thoth. Why am I putting Thoth? Why don't I just get out the Thoth and read with it? Armoni, hello, how's it going? All right, so this is, by the way, as requested, the Thoth Tarot. Absolutely love this thing. One day I'm just going to pull lottery numbers out of this deck. I'm just going to go play it. I'm going to win. This thing is just amazing. This thing is amazing. Absolutely love this. And the trimmed version is just so attractive. And Toadstool Tarot, by the way, go subscribe to him. He tried this out. He watched mine and he was like, I need to try that out. And he tried it out and he sort of enjoyed it. It's kind of cool. And if you wonder how to read this, you're like, what do these cards even mean? Head over to my channel. I have a complete course. Like every card, every single card I go through and I tell you how to read with it. I give you sample readings and all that stuff. And it's free. You don't have to pay anything. It's always free and very fun to do. Wow, we have a lot of interesting stuff coming over here. All right, let's get rid of the graphic. And let's dive into the Thoth. So we have money for 3 months. It's kind of a short period. You do have some, just sort of almost some dead opportunities. There's some opportunities that you have that are going to come up. They're going to be sort of, did I say moths? Money for 3 moths. Or money, there we go. Money for 3 moths. That'd be great. What 3 moths get together and produce some money? Armoni, thank you so much for the subscription. I greatly appreciate it. Erica, hello. And HS Simsy, welcome back. I appreciate it. All right. So, yeah, we have some teaser opportunities in the next 3 months. A lot of the times, those opportunities aren't, not a lot of times, some of the times opportunities are going to work out. So we do have that beautiful initial card, but obviously it's delayed. It looks like it's going to be a bit delayed, basically, right? Does Darib want a committed relationship with me? We'll get to that in just a minute. Armoni, thank you so much for the donation. I greatly appreciate it. Timothy Riley, you're welcome. That's great. Awesome. Thank you so much. I hope that resonated. Kitty Cat, welcome. I love your name. Currently watching your Thoth course. Yay, cool. I love making that course. So you have some teaser opportunities coming that may not work out. It's going to be a bit longer than 3 months. It looks like it's going to be longer than 3 months. We have delayed money opportunities. We have the Hermit. He's sort of shining that light back on the delayed opportunities, right? So it's upside down, the delayed opportunities. You do have some interesting things as far as stability or work or things like that. They're going to stabilize, right? They're going to stabilize a bit. You do have the skills required to make more money, or the skills required to get the position that you want or to get the opportunities that you want, and you're able to create that. The problem is a lot of it is just not moving along. A lot of it is just not sort of cruising in the right direction. And so you're having these challenges, and it's difficult sometimes to sort of, get moving and get forward and things like that, even with the challenges. So it's difficult at times. It is. As far as money is concerned, you do have, again, a couple of teaser opportunities that may not work out. So they look like opportunities. They're going to be great. They are definite opportunities. You see these, you're like, these have to work out. But a couple of them just don't work out. And again, it's just delayed. You are going to come into money. We do have the Magician. You do have those skills. You do have that ability. You do have that influence, right, that we can use to get the money and to get things moving along. However, we have almost like this offsetting delay, and then we have a delay of new beginnings or new starts of earthly resources or earthly money. So that delay is really going to sort of kind of make it a bit more than 3 months. So yes, it is coming. Yes, we do have money. We have a movement stalled, a movement delayed card here. This is an extremely active card. If this was not upside down, that is just an extreme sign. If this was not, that would be just an extreme sign. But they are. And again, we're indicating a delay. We're indicating a bit of a delay. But you do have the opportunities coming. You're just going to have to wait, sort of be patient. And again, find that opportunities. When you see a couple of opportunities, don't make sure that they're well researched, and don't just jump into anything. Make sure to research things first and use your better judgment, and let the clear head or the more logical path prevail when it comes to opportunities. So that's what the cards say. Again, it's entertainment purposes only, and good luck. Looks like it may take a little more than 3 months possibly, but I wish you luck, and definitely come back and see how everything's in. Glad you're doing these. Nathaniel, welcome. Best Savage, welcome back. Good evening to you as well. Let's see. Kimberly Red, Socialista. So we got a donation from Armani. Wants to know if Taib wants a committed relationship with you. All right, let's find out. Let us find out. Instead of using the full name, we'll do T. So our Arm wants to know. All right, Moni wants to know, does T want a committed relationship? Committed relationship. Obviously with you, but I left that out because I'm sort of running out of room here. I'm running out of room a bit. Right here, running out of room. All right, so let's use something different and find out what we got. We have a noise. Brianna, thank you so much. If I get it, creative writing job involves travel, start belonging, good for me. Oh, cool. Oh, you found an opportunity? Or you have an opportunity? Cool. Let's find out after this. So for this one, let's use something different. I want to use the Dark Mansion Tarot. One of my favorite ones, if I can find it. Here it is. I have literally 30 tarot decks on the desk. I need to arrange my space better so that I have things in proper places. So I'm going to get my space organized one day, but I think that's all of our goals, right? Is to get our space organized, because I think most of us are kind of challenged with that in a lot of respects. But it is messy, but it does work for me, and it does work with the Dark Mansion Tarot. This is not easy to shuffle. You can see it, look, it clumps up. When you spread it, it like clumps up. It doesn't spread out evenly. If you get something like the, let's say the Light Seers Tarot, for example, even though this is damaged, it spreads out. You get that nice even spread, but you don't get that with the Dark Mansion, which is unfortunate. I guess over time, once I start ruining it by reading too much with it, it'll be all right. It might help if I make the graphic go away. Okay, cool. So let's try this out and see what we got. We got the Three of Cups. A lot of different meaning for this. Lots of different meaning for this. As far as a relationship with the High Priestess, the Empress, and the Tower. Yeah. This is sort of pointing to, again, entertainment purposes only. Never make a love decision based upon a random dude on YouTube. I'm just saying. So the Three of Cups. We are sort of looking at the possibility of relationship. We are sort of looking at also the three, as others have pointed out on the channel. We have maybe different options as far as a committed relationship. In other words, one person may have different options for getting a relationship with somebody else. So either maybe T has a couple of other options, maybe you have a couple of other options, but somebody definitely has those options, and you definitely kind of culminate into that factor into whether you want a relationship or they want a relationship as well. So the Empress, there is a strong possibility of a committed relationship. This is a great card. No, it's not the Two of Cups. No, it's not the Lovers. You know, it's not something that would just be amazing. But the Empress does point us towards that family. It does point us towards maybe children, which leans us towards T and a committed relationship. So we are leaning towards a committed relationship. It is looking good for you for a committed relationship. The High Priestess and then the Tower, however, sort of points to maybe this committed relationship is not going to be a long term. Maybe the committed relationship may not be something that's going to be, something that's going to be long term or as stable as maybe you're thinking it could be, sort of being iffy back and forth a lot of times. And the Tower, as the final card points us to, this could be something that doesn't last, or this could be something that gives you a lot of turmoil or gives you a lot of stress. Siba, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. We'll get that right after Brianna's. So, does T want a committed relationship? Somebody has a lot of options. Somebody has options for committed relationships. Do they want a committed relationship? Are they moving towards a committed relationship? The Empress says yes. But again, it's not the Lovers. It's not something that would point me to 100%. Oh, yeah, I'm really leaning that direction. But this is sort of iffy. It's really odd that the Empress would be sitting right next to the High Priestess. But we do have, I mean, look at this, 3 majors. This is important to you. This is important to you about T and about this long-term relationship. Just remember, again, the Tower, it could be something volatile. It could be something short-lived. The Tower at the end sort of points us to something like that. But again, entertainment purposes only. And thank you so much for your donation. Let's see if I get it, but would be the creative writing. Okay, so Brianna wants to know about a creative writing job. Oh, that would be kind of cool. So this is like a full-time job, Brianna? Is that what it is? So BS wants to know creative writing job. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, you are into creative writing and all that. You said you were using Canva as well, so that is just awesome. That's really cool. So let's try the Prince. We have not done the Little Prince yet. I love the Little Prince deck. I love all tarot cards. If you saw my desk, there is an embarrassing amount of tarot cards on this desk. But I absolutely love just having them all around. So you can just grab cards and read with them, find out questions and ask questions about your day and all that stuff. And thank you everyone for joining me tonight. I greatly appreciate everyone joining me. This is so cool. Like I didn't have internet before and when I was in my apartment, and I've missed doing this. It's a lot of fun. You get to hang out with all of you, and all of you are so awesome. I appreciate it. Awesome. Naomi, thank you so much for your subscription. Have a look around. We got 700 videos. You can find something you like, hopefully, out of 700 videos. So we got readings, we got Thoth course, we got TDM course, we got numerology stuff. I have my own reading system that I created. We got an ebook as well. If you want to dive into that, the ebook is completely free. You can look at that. It's about 50 pages. It covers my system. Taza, welcome so much. Question in chat. I appreciate your donation very much. Thank you. So Brianna, let's see. It involves travel and dating, blogging, good for me. So we have the 6 of Wands with the 10 of Cups, and we have the 9 of Wands. That's an interesting combination, right? So the Tower, we're starting out again with that volatility. This is going to be a thing where you're going to be hurting for money almost immediately out of the creative writing job. So is that going to be full-time? That's my question. Very cool to join these things. Cool. Is that going to be full-time? Because that really sort of points me to, if that's going to be full-time, you're going to have issues getting money. You're going to have issues with money. It's going to be sort of a rough start. A rough start. And then we have the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands, again, is the success card, right? We have an interesting 6 and a 9 combo as well. So we have a 6 into a 10, back into a 9. Jess, thank you so much for your subscription. I greatly appreciate it. And you are talking about, it's just going to be, it would be successful in a long term, but you're going to have some issues with money when you first start out. The 6 of Wands points us to, you would be successful. You would have a lot of emotional key in or tie into this to where it's just a lot of fun and you're just having a lot of fun. Vambra, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So many roads, not clue what to take. All right, cool. We'll get to you after Seba and Taza, and then we'll get to you. Cool. Thank you so much again. So the 6 of Wands points to that. So you do have 2 success cards. You do have an emotional satisfaction, and you do have just the raw success cards, the 6 raw success cards. So in success in action, so success in doing that. Again, but we're looking at the Tower. This is going to be a rough start. And the 9 of Wands as well. You could have blockages. You could have a bit of, issues in getting exactly what you want out of the job. In other words, you can start, you'll have some initial success. Long term, getting what you need out of the job or getting what you want out of the job, you do have that barrier between you and the rose, that barrier between you and moving out towards that, right? So it's going to be challenging. If you do that, just make sure you have stuff saved up. Make sure you may want to try it part-time, I guess. I wouldn't, based upon the Tower being the first card, that doesn't seem like something I would jump into full-time immediately. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? No, not full-time at first. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, but basically go for it. I mean, you have two success cards right in a row. One material, not material success, but action success. In other words, you're going to do it and it's going to be successful. And then the next one being emotional satisfaction. So, I mean, that's looking really good. It's looking really good as far as a combination for that. All right, so now we're going to go into This Might Hurt Tarot, and hopefully it doesn't hurt me, but it might, because this might hurt tarot. And we're doing Seba's question. Wants to know a general love reading for 2020. We'll try that out. Thank you for your donation again. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you all for watching me tonight. This is so fun. Seba, general love reading for 2020. All right, cool. Let's find out. What about, is that going to go? Cool. Yeah, no money cards. No money cards. You are correct. Which sort of points to the tower about, being that challenging thing. So let's try this out. We'll get a quick one here. Do a 4-1. Do a 4-1. We have the fourth card right there. Get that variety in there. Get that variety in there. But yeah, no money card in there. And you get the tower. So I know you were asking about money before and about a different job. So that would be sort of a job if you really don't care much about getting a lot of money real quick. All right, as far as the cards are concerned, again, entertainment purposes only, blah, blah, blah. So a general love reading, 2 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and the High Priestess. How interesting is this combination? I could use another card on the High Priestess for sure, because that is such an awkward placement. That is such an awkward placement. All right. We do have the World at the end. It just sort of threw itself out there, and now my camera saw a face and it wants to focus on that. My camera loves the This Might Hurt Tarot. I have to say, it is a very old DSLR where I can't turn off all the different things, but when it sees a face, it gets all excited, and particularly it likes the 7 of Wands. So if you move it, there we go. Okay, went off. All right, so the 2 of Swords, the 2 of Wands. So we have 2 twos. 2 twos. We're pointing out towards a decision. So you do have a couple of decisions, or you do have a couple of options. As far as numerology is concerned, so we're sort of moving into these, right? And we have the 2 again. So you have options, yeah. We're moving in general love reading. You're going to have some options in 2020. And it's going to be a variety of different options, and you're really not sure which one to take. So the first one, we're looking at Swords. It's going to be someone sort of like a Gemini type feel, right? An airy feel, a Gemini type feel. And this person is going to be pretty substantially interesting. They're going to be somebody that you really like to talk to. Very communicative, very easy to understand, very entertaining in a lot of things they say, and you like hanging out with this person, and it's going to be a fairly decent relationship. It's not going to be something that you want long term, but the long term looks like it may come later. It looks like you're actually moving, and as you move, or not, maybe, I don't know, are you planning to move? We have the Chariot with the High Priestess. It's like planning to move with the 2. Either you find someone and you move with them somewhere, or you could have a long-distance relationship. We have a lot of interesting things, but we'll come to that in a minute. Right now, we'll just stay with the 2 twos. So again, the Gemini feel, we have that Gemini. Now, you are, I think, going to take the Gemini opportunity. You're going to get with this person and have, somewhat of a relationship, and it's going to be a good relationship. And I think it's going to last a midterm relationship. In other words, it'll last a few months. It won't be a few day relationship, or it won't be a few years, but it'll last a few months, and I think you'll get a lot out of it. Eventually, we have the 7 of Wands, to where you just feel like the person is a bit too aggressive, or the person is a bit too much. It's just too much, right? And you really sort of want to reduce that. The person really doesn't want to work with you, and a lot of different things happen, but you end up either moving with this person, or you break up with this person and you find someone else. But basically, we have the Chariot combined with the High Priestess, again with a 2, points me to an option here and then a different option here. So you may have another option towards the end of the year, and the other option would be somebody that you actually move. It could be a long distance relationship that you start maybe around here, maybe June or July, and then you sort of want to go see this person. This doesn't look like a permanent move, right? So we don't have like a house or 4 wands or something right here combined with a Chariot, where you'd actually be moving into this person's house or into another location. We just have the High Priestess with the 2. You have a choice You're going to go visit someone. It's going to be sort of a long distance relationship. You find someone that's in a distance. But overall, I mean, you have a couple of opportunities and a couple of interesting things, at least, in 2020. Raw, welcome. Thank you so much. Best wishes for 2020. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. The second guy. I didn't see anything for the second guy. The first guy is going to be a Gemini for sure. And not full-time at first. Okay, cool. All right, so that would be said. But so Taza wants to know, question in chat. Let's scroll around until we find out what Taza wanted to know. Let's see. Taza, what did you want to know? I'm looking. I asked about the same person all the time. Appreciate you giving me answers. Why does Anise only talk to me at work and no communication outside of work? That is interesting. Taza, another question in chat. Okay, so we're still on Anise, and Taza wants to know about Anise. So you're interested in Anise. We got that. That's cool. Let's call her A. Let's call Anise A, sorry. A doesn't talk to me outside of work. And let's find out why. Let's find out why. Let's see. Sure. So you get question in chat, and then you did question in chat again. I am scrolling around. Okay, so why does A only talk to me at work and no communication outside of work? All right, let's find out. For this one, we can use the Encore Tarot. Everybody likes that, except for the 5 people that disliked it. 5 people disliked my video on this. I don't know if they're not fans of Chiro, or they didn't like the way I shuffled the cards, or I'm not sure what happened, but that sure is pretty. That sure is nice. Look at that. Look at that reflection. That's nice. Of course, I can't get the reflection like I want it for some random reason tonight, but sure, okay. So we're still working for Anise. We want to know why Anise doesn't talk to us outside of work. Why does Anise only talk to us, I'm assuming, inside of work? All right, let's find out. We'll do one more. I like one more card on this particular spread. Let's get rid of this graphic and see what's going on with Anise. I know we read for Anise before. So we want to find out what's going on about the work versus no work. Kind of interested to see now what is going on. All right, for the first thing we got is justice. Justice, and then we have just a very interesting indeed. 8 sort of comes out of nowhere. And then we go for the matchup, taking a rest. So is Anise in another relationship? And I ask that because we have the 2 of Cups. And the 2 of Cups is oddly placed. It's almost like they're either getting out of a relationship because we have the 4 of Swords right after that. So it's a rest after a relationship or a rest after something. So it's sort of almost like a recovery time after a relationship has ended or something like that. But the 8 of Wands is odd as well because it's almost like a movement. So we're moving towards this relationship, or maybe they're looking at a relationship breakup or something like that. And I say breakup because we do have the 2 followed by the 4. I find that interesting. The 4, especially with swords, just brings this negative element to the whole thing. If this would have been a 4 of anything else, I sure would have been happy to do that. Again, it almost looks like that they're struggling for a balance of this other relationship, or they're struggling for a balance between the relationship and something else. Maybe it's a balance between a relationship and work. Maybe it's a balance after another relationship has ended, but it just seems like there is some type of relationship and they're sort of just trying to recover from it or trying to rest from it, right? The relationship, resting from it, and then options. I think that that Anise will come around. It seems Anise will come around and be ready for a relationship maybe in the future. But again, it just seems that the options, that beautiful option, right, that we have with the 6 of Cups is just not moving forward. It's just not sort of presenting itself the way it should. And again, we have to take a break from the relationship. We have to find peace. We have to find justice, not literal justice, but a lot of times justice sort of comes at this balance, right? So we have that balance feel that we need for the justice or the Libra. So they're gonna have to find that balance and find out how to do that. And a lot of times you may not want to sort of jump into something else or have too many things being juggled at the same time. And it's going to be sort of difficult at times to do that. But again, we do have movement towards a relationship. So they seem to be, once they get this rest period or they get sort of a recovery time, they do want to move towards a relationship. They do want to have a relationship with somebody. It's going to be sort of challenging, again, a lot of times to do that. And the Six of Cups points, sort of positive. But this sort of just sort of spoils a lot of different things within the spread for me. But, you're just going to have to be patient. Just have to be patient and just, sort of feel it out and see how things are going and sort of just go with the flow, right? That's one of my cards that I have in here, just surfing with the waves. See if I can actually find that one. That's a lot of cards. By the way, if you don't know what this is my Oracle, which is coming out at the end of the month on Kickstarter. Link in chat if you want to go check that out. I don't know where Surfing the Waves is. Anyway, I got too many cards in this deck. This thing's huge. Okay, so anyway, so that makes sense. Hopefully, let's see. So let's find out about Vam. Vam wants to know so many roads and not a clue on which to take. That's generic. Let's go for that. I like a generic question. Vam wants to know so many roads. Which one to take? All right, let's find out so many roads, which one to take. All right. And for this one, what are we going to use for this one? We need to be different. I want to use something different. By the way, this will be the last question. I've been on here almost an hour. Wow, this is awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. I love doing this. It's so much fun. Like I never thought I'd be doing this and just doing this every night and having fun with it. Okay, what did I just put on the screen? Forest of Enchantment. Can I even find that? There we go. Forest of Enchantment Tarot. Lene Weatherstone. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. I can't imagine how long it took for the art for this, because I look at the art for this, it's so complex. That and the Dark Mansion Tarot is so complex as well. So it was awesome. All right, find out about that. And there we go. So let's take that off the screen and roll these over and see what it says. So this is a generic question, unless I missed a more detailed question somewhere buried in there. But they want to know about drinking some water. About drinking some water. All right, so the question is, so many roads, which one to take? So the Nine of Boons, it looks like some of them are going to be a bit of a dead end or a bit of a closed-in situation. We do have that closed-in feel in a couple of these cards, right? A couple of these cards have that closed-in feel. And one of the options or one of the roads is going to have that feel, and that's going to be one that you really don't want to pursue. If you feel closed in or you feel confined or you're hitting, it's not really a dead end. It's just too much closed-in space. So if you have a situation where we have too much closed-in space and it's going to be challenging and you can sort of see that challenge coming, you really want to sort of watch out for that and don't step too far into that, because not only will it be closed in, but it's going to have a lot of different things you may not want to deal with right now. So that particular option is not going to be a good option. It's not going to be a great option as well. You do have another option that has more opportunities. Now, during these opportunities, when I say opportunities, I mean that people are waiting for you, almost. People are waiting for you, and they're expecting you. And a lot of times we'll see that and say, that's great, this is where I should be. Someone is waiting for me and expecting me. You want to sort of evaluate that as it comes. You don't want to make an assumption that that pathway where people are expecting you and waiting for you is going to be the best one, because it depends on why they're waiting for you. If they're waiting for you because they need something or they want something and you're not quite willing to part with it or help them out with the situation, then that's not going to be a good situation for you. It'll be great for them, but it won't be a great situation for you. So evaluate that and sort of think twice if somebody's waiting for you, and find out, is this going to be the best situation for me, or is it more designed for them in that particular situation? So watch out for that, and be wary, and things like that. So with the last option, or one of the other options you have, is going to be to where you're going to be taking a lot of things with you, and you're going to have more resources. You're going to sort of get a reward early, and you're going to take these things with you during the process. And that's going to be a great option. Again, not only because you get the reward early, or you get these great things sort of mixed in, but you're able to take those with you. So if you get that reward early and you have these things, again, you want to get that. That option is going to be a good option because you get it early and you're able to take things with you. And a lot of times if you take it with you but you hit these dead ends or you hit these closed spaces, it's not really going to be worthwhile. It's not going to be really beneficial for you. And again, people waiting for you, if you can take things with you as well, but you may have to give it up once you get there because the people are expecting certain things and you sort of have to do a trade-off in a lot of respects. So those are your options. And I know everyone watching is like, that's really vague, but the question is also really vague as well. So I want to sort of just give this person a bit of guidance on as far as the different options, what to do, what to expect, what to watch out for in the different options that they have. And hopefully that brings about some clarity, and let me know if that resonates. I greatly appreciate everyone coming in tonight. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm here every night. This weekend, we'll have morning and evening streams for Saturday and Sunday. We're going to be here a lot. So tomorrow, the next day, every day, pretty much. So thank you for joining me again, and we will see you next time. I hope all of you have a fantastic evening, and see you tomorrow.